Chapter 30. Mile after mile they traveled, west on the open ocean, far from the shipping lanes, away from the fishing spots. Conchita rarely looked up from her book. The two seedy crew members spent most of their time below deck in the galley, listening to Mexican music, laughing and joking. Occasionally, Captain Ruiz would bark a sharp order down to Diego and Pablo. Diego would disappear into a hole somewhere to check the engine. Pablo would fetch a beer out of the cooler for the captain and hurry below to check on the progress of the food he was preparing. Lunch was served. Pablo brought up trays from the galley and set one on Larry's lap. Larry poked at a bowl of red broth, meat, and vegetables with a spoon. "What are the ingredients?" he asked Conchita. She set her book aside to eat off her own tray. "It's menudo, mostly intestines, stomach, and tongue. Good for hangovers and seasickness." Larry tried a small taste and set it aside. Conchita slurped up her own food. She wasn't very ladylike. When she finished, she belched and stood up. She sat on a bench seat at the stern, her long legs, flat stomach, and ample breasts on display. She stared out to sea for a long time, occasionally turning back to stare at Larry. She seemed sad. "What is it?" said Larry. "Why do you look at me that way?" "You shouldn't have come, Lawrence. You should not have told me about the cash in your room. I am sorry you are an orphan, but aren't we all really? You will never find your mermaid. No one ever does." Captain Ruiz slowed the engines. Pablo ran to the side of the boat and grabbed a long coil of rope with a small grapnel anchor. Captain Ruiz shouted down to Larry, "We have arrived at your destination." Larry stood up and went to the side of the boat as the captain steered it towards a rock protruding from the sea. It was 20 feet across and 3 feet above the waterline. "A seamount," said Captain Ruiz. "We call it the Eye of God." The captain came down from his seat and took the rope and anchor from Pablo. He flung the anchor towards the rock. One of its tines grabbed hold on the far side with a loud clanging noise. "But the coordinates, I thought there would be an island," protested Larry. "These are not your coordinates. They are much further out. Today there will be no island for you," said the captain. He nodded to Pablo and Diego. They rushed at Larry and grabbed him from behind, pinning his arms back. "Check his pockets," Captain Ruiz instructed Conchita. She stepped up to Larry and pulled the money from his pockets. "How much?" said Captain Ruiz. Conchita counted it. "Almost $1,000. "Some of that was your tip," said Larry. The others started laughing. Conchita dug further into Larry's pockets. She produced a stick of lip balm and smeared Larry's lips. She found his room card and waved it at the captain. "Room 1408? she asked Larry. "Yes." "What is the combination to your room safe?" said Ruiz. Conchita's hands fluttered. "It doesn't matter. We can open it." "Anything else?" said the captain. Conchita reached further into Larry's shorts and produced the double eagle coin. "What is this?" she asked Larry. "A token. I was given it for luck." Captain Ruiz doubled over with laughter. "Don't you see? Don't you know? You have no luck, gringo." He picked up Larry and threw him into the ocean. Larry resurfaced, gasping for air. He grabbed hold of the rope fastening the ship to the seamount. "Oh, okay. Very funny. Some sort of maritime initiation, I expect. Now pull me in." Captain Ruiz pointed at the protruding rock. "You go there." Larry followed the rope to the seamount and pulled himself up. "You aren't going to leave me here?" "Estupido gringo," said Pablo. Diego picked up Larry's hat and flung it at him. Larry caught it midair and tucked it on his head. "How much money is in his room?" the captain asked Conchita. "Ronaldo says maybe $50,000, and his credit cards." The captain rubbed his hands together. "Good. We will take it all." He sat on the side of the boat and frowned at Larry. "What did you expect would happen? What is wrong with you? Mermaids today, unicorns tomorrow, maybe?" He pointed at Conchita. She is a married woman, my wife. What did you want? To sleep with her, huh? You stupid man. Captain Ruiz pointed up at the bright sky. The ocean, it works funny. It goes up, it goes down. Tonight is a full moon. It will raise the ocean inch by inch. It will cover the eye of God you are standing on, and you will drown. I've done nothing to harm you, said Larry. We live in a cruel world, said Conchita. Did they not teach you that at the orphanage? She stared at the golden coin in her hand and tossed it to Larry. For you, Lawrence, for luck. The coin hit the surface of the rock and danced in a circle. Larry stepped on it with a sandal, picked it up, and put it back in his pocket. He stared at Conchita in disbelief. Beneath your cotton dress, your rich dark eyes, and your smooth skin, you are a very ugly person, Conchita. I know, but being bad makes me feel good. Many people are made like me. Captain Ruiz climbed the ladder to his seat and shifted the boat in gear. Pablo grabbed at the tethering rope, wiggled it free from the rock, and drew the anchor in. Larry watched as the tigerfish turned and headed east. He saw Conchita standing at the back of the boat, her beauty withering with the distance. He sat down on the rock, staring in every direction. No one would ever find him here. This was a most unpromising end.